Mhm. Mhm. And we'll be looking at this green set. And I think we'll be starting on Rockwall. Or I guess rather the stage skin for Rockwall. Maybe they gentlemen's or something instead of going to an initial thing, but okay.
Yeah, no.
We are missing. We're missing.
Yeah, we're missing game 1.
So
do we know who won game 1 at least?
No. We don't know who won game 1. But considering that this is Rockwall, I'm actually kind of assuming that maybe Catsu won with Emerald just wanting to be able to get kills just a lot easier. I mean, we don't see Rockwall a lot in RRC in general.
Underrated stage, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I mean, there's kills that happen like that.
Okay, thank God.
Never mind. We'll be going back to watching game 1. Sorry about that, everybody. Honestly, Rockwall as a starter would go insane.
Yes, we got game 1. Sorry about that, everyone. Is it Zoo? What the fuck?
Rivals is having a slight panic attack.
Somebody is haunting Zoomando's copy of Rivals right now.
Honestly, most likely Colby. I think Colby got mad that he got kicked off a stream. I think that the Syl versus Zetterburn matchup is actually kind of interesting because Zetter doesn't have many tools to get back on stage against Syl most of the time. But Zetter also has the kill power that Syl hates to fight because we have to work so much harder to get these kills. And especially Emerald, who is very good at getting kills. We'll be going to not Merchant Port, but the Swampy Estuary.
And also, Syl just has a really bad disadvantage day, right? And you know, Zeto has a really good advantage day.
Yeah, and we don't want to. And Syl, despite being a heavy, honestly doesn't want to take much damage because once the more damage you have, the more likely you're gonna be.
Oh my God, the dunk!
That's crazy. Honestly, maybe that first set against me really warmed Emerald up for Syl and just got Emerald a lot more comfortable in going for those types of kills.
Yeah, elbow, go off, damn.
Now this is a very big deficit for Catsu D at the moment, and another kill! Oh my God!
Oh my, Emerald is fucking dominating.
And we really just, this is going to be a really difficult wall for Catsu to climb. Honestly, kind of looking similar to the game 1 set that I had with Emerald, except the complete other way around, where the Zetter is just destroying Syl. But we see Catsu just being very patient and trying to win these neutral and just sort of stay out of the threat range of all of Zetter's terrifying moves. But when there's that amount of damage that can just come out off of one parry, I mean, like, it's very difficult to fully come back from this. But we see very careful, patient gameplay using all these disjoints and being able to get the bear. This is looking much even, and we see the issue that I brought up.
Good tech. Oh, but not enough though.
And we're seeing what I mentioned before, that Zetter just has very few tools to actually get back on stage against Syl because of all the disjoint that Syl has and not a lot of tools. And Melon, yes, I know a lot
of... That's the life of being Zetterburn, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that Emerald is probably very used to, and this is still a lot of damage that...
And that down song to finish it off. A dominant game 1.
That was an incredibly scary game 1 from for Catsu, with a very strong lead by Emerald. So Catsu is actually the one who decided to go to Rockwall here. And honestly, I also kind of see this. I mean, the thing about both Zetter and Sylv is that their smash attacks have a really high amount of knockback, and so you can get kills very easily here, and especially on edge guards. I mean, even multi-jab can kill Zetter on this stage at like 60. Like, as
Did you say Sylv's smash attacks have high knockback?
Oh, I mean, kind of.
No.
Okay.
They don't.
Okay, well, the Sylvan charge has decided to say ignore me, so I guess ignore me. But we are seeing Emerald play very carefully now, was able to tech a bear that would have killed, and yet still not able to get off of this pressure that Catsu is just putting down here. Something about Emerald, though, is that the approaches are kind of directly forward, and thus these F-Strongs are something that Emerald is just jumping into in this up air string. Oh my god, this is insanely dominant.
Oh, missed the shine to F-Strong.
Oh, and maybe just another SD. But a very strong reversal there from Catsu, just not pushing, just pushing back immediately, not letting that game 1 define the pace of the match. And we will see Emerald counterpicking to Air Armada.
Can't say I'm familiar with this stage. I very rarely go here.
This is kind of a trap, because yes, this not having this be a pineapple stage where it doesn't have walls all the way down does limit Sylvanos recovery in general. But it's actually probably one of the better stages for Sylv, especially against a character that struggles to recover, where you are just able to read these approach options off of recovery so much easier, as we are seeing right here. Catsu just getting all this damage in this edge guard.
So what makes this stage good for Sylv?
I mean, I'm dumb, and so I think it's good for Sylv because up strong hits the top platforms. But what actually makes it good for Sylv is that you kind of have this really open space in the middle. It's kind of similar to Spirit Tree in that way, where you're able to sort of move your opponent around very easily and predictably, and know and tell when they're retreating to a platform, they're retreating towards like the side of the stage, in which you can get them off stage and start a really aggressive edge guard.
These are also like 2 of the best platforms in the game for Sylv. Small blast zones are also really nice for Sylv, so he starts killing at more reasonable percents. And then the pineapple effect hurts the opponents more than it hurts Sylv.
Yeah, I agree.
So Sylv just edge guards people to death here.
Because we're seeing right here, because we're seeing these really strong edge guards just really putting Emerald in a really tough situation. And
my reasoning for disliking this stage might be a bit silly to anybody who's more experienced, but honestly, I just hate going to this stage because I bonk my head on the bottom of the stage.
And the thing is, that's really real. And you play Clarin, right? So I can imagine that also being like 10 times more frustrating.
Absolutely.
And we're
was that Gatling?
Yeah, we're seeing Emerald really push back here, but missing the down special jump off the side. And really not being able to do that down special jump off of the sides of Aramata really makes it difficult for Zetter to recover. And yet, we will be going back to Aramata for this game 4. This could be Emerald's last game, but I think Emerald... I mean, it was last stock each on that last game, so I think Emerald is just being a lot more careful and trying to think, okay, if I just am a lot more cautious with my gameplay, I could actually win on this stage. But we're seeing a very strong start from Catsu here.
Yeah, no, this is looking bad for Emerald.
Although getting all this fire is very important, especially on a character like Syl that can just not afford damage, and yet misses the read on the down strong right there. I think Emerald is getting sick of it. Ooh, very good shine there for the kill.
Yeah, yeah. So, what is it about Sylph that makes them want to avoid damage by being heavy?
The biggest issue is Sylph's disadvantage, and the more damage you have, the more hit stun you have, the more likely you're going to be thrown off stage, right?
Ooh, snipe.
Like, you're not able to just, like, live forever and take a... I mean, like, Sylph can still take damage because you're a heavy.
It's less so that Sylph can't take damage, it's that he can't stop taking damage until he's at a high percent.
Yeah, exactly.
For a Sylph DI out to really get him far enough away to be a problem, it takes more than it would a lighter character.
Very much because of the air friction mentioned earlier when we were talking about SK.
Sylph, it's also a kit thing though. Sylph lacks good moves from a disadvantage perspective.
Yeah,
he has some of the best moves from an advantage perspective, but if you're trying to get an opponent off you, he lacks tools.
Oh, and misses the recovery
so
there.
So it really all just comes down to them having a terrible advantage state.
Oh yeah, and especially with Zetter, who has such a strong advantage state and can get kills so easily. We are back down to one stock each. This is a little close, but we are stuck in a blender. Can Emerald get out of it? No, and that's able to make it back to stage, but still stuck in an edge guard where he's taking a lot of damage.
And there he goes.
Very, very adamant fight from Emerald, but unfortunately not enough against such a strong Sylvan Armada.
Trust me, man, Emerald's gonna make it out of here someday.
Oh, I believe. I